with the sword as well. That was at least 3 members dead now for Evil Geniuses. They've got sword, they've got fuel rod. This is a perfect position here to send this to a Game 5.
Yeah, and Ryan Noob and crew, like I said, whenever EG makes a mistake, or even when EG doesn't make a mistake, Panda Gaming are just making some incredible plays. I can't foresee how EG is going to somehow win this game when Panda Gaming is playing this well on True CTF.
Oh god, yeah, Rhino needs to get back to his base. Sitting out there for way too long. He could have been back earlier. They will get the kill though. Somebody's going to get the touch. And just like that, they're going to put it in, and we are going to a game number 5, Dave.
Incredible play by Panda Gaming. Now, I would actually disagree with how Rhino played that end part where he was level 2 of Evil Genius's base with Fuel Rod. I don't mind him being on the Evil Genius's half of the map, but when you're running back the 3rd cap of the game, there's no reason to stay on level 2 of the opponent's base because you can actually block the spawns where they're going to spawn the furthest away. In fact, you would almost welcome Evil Geniuses to spawn level 2 of their base compared to the car bubble.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did a pretty good job. Like, he did come back when he saw...
Came back, yeah, a little bit later.
But
had he stayed the
late.
entire time. But, yeah, I guess in general, like, he realized that mistake, and he rotated back and helped got those finishing kills to get that flag back in his base.
Yeah, once all 4 members of Evil Geniuses are, in fact, spawned, that's when you do not... You can essentially just go run back to your base.
Yes.
Like, you have to come back. You do not want to be the guy stuck in the opposing team's base as that last flag does not go in, and they actually sit there and return it, and you're just watching from afar. You do not want to be that guy.
Do not want to. And at the same time, though, you also don't want to just everyone just line up as you bring the flag back, because sometimes you can set yourself up potentially for a counter cap if everyone's just too close to the flag carrier. So Ryan Noob did a good balance of saying, I'm not going to be too close to the flag carrier, but I'm going to push back.
And obviously, this squad of Panda Gaming is really good at capture the flag game types, beating Evil Geniuses on both of them so far. So the game type selection definitely works out, and getting a good advantage here through that veto process. And game number 5 being Coliseum Slayer.
Do or die for both squads right here. I mean, whoever wins this next game is going to go on to the next round winners bracket. Whoever loses this down to losers bracket is going to have a longer road here at UGC St. Louis. Evil Genius off to a great start, though, as I see 3 kills. Make that 4 kills on the kill feed, and we have Sniper in the hands of Royborg. Let's jump on with him.
And not only that, Dave, they got rockets in the hands of Lunchbox. This is a dream start for Evil Geniuses, and this is an absolute nightmare here for Panda Gaming. They've got to be worried at what just happened to them off this opening strategy, and this goes to show you how important an opening strategy can be, because they should get at least 10-kill lead off of this start.
Yeah, getting the start like that, 4-0, and then getting both power weapons is a huge swing. And look at how Roy just reacts to these callouts, trying to help over at Red Rocket side, and looks like his teammate Ninja ended up taking out Cloud at top Rocket side. Now, I'm not sure if I like the sniping position, but it looks like Roy is rotating away from it immediately, going towards blue Rocket corner. But yeah, I was going to say, I don't like Sniper at top Rocket side. It's just such a vulnerable position. I mean, there are a couple of those little flaps there now where you can hide behind. That was added in the newer version of Coliseum, but before that, it was just such a vulnerable spot, and I like how Roy actually rotated all the way away from Red to make sure that Panda Gaming did not know where the sniper was at.
Yeah, that's something you have to do here, being a pro team, and we've talked about it time and time again. That power weapon control is everything here in Halo 5, and you need to be able to rotate those weapons to just keep them out of the opposing team's hands. Even if you're not necessarily racking up a bunch of kills with that weapon, as long as you're preventing the other team from getting kills with it, you are adding or contributing to the team. And wow, great headshot onto Cloud. Make that 2 as he rips Rynoob's face off here, and just immediately run back to Catwalk, try to grab control. They know that there may be players over here at blue, but they've got the numbers advantage. Quick double team there on Gabriel. Another headshot coming out of Roy. That's another double kill. 21-9, Dave. This game 5 is not the way Panda wanted it to go.
No, Roy and the EG crew are absolutely destroying. And one thing I want to just talk about is the mobility of Roy. Think about over this last 60 to 80 seconds where Roy has been. He started over at red flag, rotate all the way towards blue. He literally did an entire lap around the map and went back and forth between red and blue BR. He's just reacting to callouts and always staying in a safe position with a sniper, just creating space. Yeah. Whereas you see some other snipers who aren't as good as Roy, they'll just stay stagnant in a certain spot and just hope they hit a no-scope to keep their life alive.
Yeah, Roy is playing great. I love his map movement. His shots are on point right now. He's ripping faces with the sniper rifle. This is definitely Roy in top form right now that we're watching. 27-11 lead. He's still got 2 shots left in the sniper. He is not wasting any ammo here. Ooh, he's got a scatter shot player in front of him. Barely goes over his head. That's 4 dead for Evil Geniuses now, 28-15. This game is not over yet. We've seen bigger comebacks than this here on Coliseum, but it is going to be scary. However, Ryan Noob with that sniper rifle, and that is the brand new sniper. So
yeah, we saw what Roy did with the last sniper. We're going to see if Ryan Noob can do something similar because Roy made great work of that. I don't know exactly how many kills he was a part of, but if I had to estimate, somewhere around like 6 to 8 kills Roy was a part of during that time where he had sniper rifle. So we're going to see if Ryan Noob can have the same sort of influence. And it's going to be tough. I mean, Roy had a near perfect run with that sniper, just rotating every single time, hitting the easy shots and also hitting tough shots when people are jumping out.
All right, now they know most of EG is over at blue base. Lunchbox's top rockets just got taken out. The rest of EG is at red. They have, oh my God, they're really doing an 8-kill lead now, Dave. Like we said, we've seen bigger comebacks. Ryan Noob hits a body shot off that player coming off spawn. Roy, great job, actually was helped. No, Stellar does a great job picking up a kill. Ryan Noob ripping faces still, only an 8-kill game. This is still anybody's game 5. Rockets were grabbed. Where's he going to? If he's going to be able to escape with this, this will be huge. Ninja has these rockets bottom center. He's running over to snipe side of the map. They do not know where he is now. They lost his positioning. Ninja grabs that kill on Gabriel with the rockets. Now, Ryan Noob did spot him, hits that body shot. Ninja's no shield in front of the base and reads Ryan Noob like a book. Shoots the last rocket and secures the kill on sniper rifle play.
That was a huge trade by Ninja. He had to put down Ryan Noob because Ryan Noob and the squad were just doing such a great job isolating Evil Geniuses, forcing them to spawn in one location and killing them over and over again. Now that they have this breathing room, now that they have a 14-kill lead, they can feel a bit more comfortable, obviously. And great double kill by Ninja, catching Goofy and Cloud off guard over at the blue sniper ramp.
Jeez, and it just goes back to show you power weapon control. They had the rockets, they had sniper rifle, and Panda was on an absolute tear bringing that back. New rockets spawn, Ninja grabs them, grabs 3, 4 kills, whatever it was, but then opens the map for the rest of his team, and they immediately build back up that lead. It was down to 8, maybe even less. Now we're back up to, what is that?
That's
11
and
18 kills. Yeah, so just completely ridiculous what EG's been able to do here. I was getting pretty nervous for a moment. I thought they were actually going to be able to do it. They need to buy time.
Yeah, Ninja got him out of that bind for sure with getting those rockets, getting a couple kills over near Red Fountain. It's just scary how much damage both these squads can do when they have control of the map, and Ninja almost finishing off Goofy, but eventually taken out. We'll jump on with his teammate Stellar, who's over at top rocket side grabbing the carbine.
Yeah, I mean, and while it is still possible for them to come back, they're not going to be able to do it without the power weapons. They need to get sniper and rockets here off these new 2 weapons spawning if they have any chance. And even if they do grab them, like we've seen, it's not a guarantee here for victory for them being down this much.
Yeah, I mean, it might be too little too late. Their one chance was when they finally got 2 or 3 rounds of unanswered slays on Evil Geniuses, but now that Evil Geniuses got some sort of map presence, it's really tough to get 3 or 4 members down and start to get that spawn kill cycle because these teams are so good at slowing things down. Now Stellar, feeling a little bad for Panda Gaming, decides to bring the score a little bit closer for Panda Gaming, but I still think it might be too little too late because we are only 3 kills away from Evil Geniuses moving on.
Right, and Stellar, although he did suicide with those rockets, Panda was not able to secure them. So Roy does get sniped, but is actually able to pick up a kill with the rockets there as well. Trades will do the job here at this point as they've already got 49 kills. You've got Gabriel trying to run away from an EG member, but he's not going to be able to escape. He's going to be taken out, and there you have it. Game number 5, Evil Geniuses versus Panda Gaming. Goes over to Evil Geniuses, 50-31.
Yeah, and EG, surprisingly, absolutely dominant in both Slayers. When I think of EG as a team overall, I don't think of them as like a Slayer squad. I think of them as very objective-oriented because you have veterans like Lunch and Roy who know this game inside and out, and generally those longer games and those objective-based games favor the players who make smarter decisions. But both these Slayer games, we saw EG just absolutely dominate, nearly stake both Slayer games.
Yeah, I was trying to take a look at some of the stats. Ninja's controllers, the joystick's tilted, so I can't catch the stats fast enough. But either way, it looked fairly even across the board. Every member of Evil Geniuses essentially positive with assists, so a lot of assists if they weren't. Yeah, I got pretty nervous for a minute. I thought Ryan was going to be able to do it. That would have been absolutely insane, especially having the Panda Gaming squad upset Evil Geniuses. I mean, it's pretty impressive that they even took them to Game 5. Those two Capture the Flag games, I mean, clearly Panda knows how to play CTF.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's been a bit of a bumpy road for EG over the past, couple months. Like, they've had some really high points as far as beating Optic that first week of Pro League, and then had some low points as far as struggling against other squads in Pro League. And right here, it just goes to show that EG did a great job when they started to lose certain games. But at the same time, if they're going to win this event, I expect them to potentially beat, they would have to 3-0 Panda Game, or they have to step it up tomorrow. If they play the way they are today, I see them placing in third place this event.
Yeah. I mean, if they're playing like they were today and dropping some of these games to Panda, then yeah, they might be contenders to get knocked out of the top 2, because some of the teams are playing amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 4 pro teams here as well. We got Evil Geniuses, who struggled against Panda Gaming. We've got Enigma 6, who's been doing well. Allegiance that was struggling a little bit too, but had clutched it up against Panda Gaming. I know Game 2 was 48-45, and they went on a 5-0 run to bring that one back. And then, of course, you've got Envious. And,
yes, and Envious, I think, is at least my favorite at the moment. I think they're just looking too strong, and I'm going to have to see them play a little bit more. But just that lineup in general is a scary lineup, especially with how Envious has been playing in Pro League. And, I mean, you had Lethal to a lineup, and they generally play better.
Let's not keep in mind that Snipedown and Lethal used to be together on Evil Geniuses. Now it's Snipedown and Lethal with Mikuin and Pistola on Envious. So, I mean, you take this team and you go to Halo 2 Anniversary, and they're still going to dominate and be successful. So, a lot of things. This team is a scary one for sure.
Absolutely. But I think we're going to get these other teams set up on the main stage in a little bit. So, we're going to go to actually, it sounds like we might go to an interview a little bit. So, we'll wait for that one to get all ready. And I'm wondering which EG member we'll get for this interview, because it's probably going to be Ninja, let's be honest. It's usually Ninja.
It's going to be Ninja.
It's going to be Ninja.
But Ninja deserves it this one, because he had a great
series. He played incredibly well.
He won them some games there. And that's
he got him out of a bind in that Coliseum Slayer, by the way. That time where we started to see a little bit of hope from Panda Gaming, where they were only down by 8 when previously they were down by close to 16. They got 4, or I want to say actually 8 unanswered slays without a single death, and started to close that gap. And Ninja somehow got away with that Rockets, got a couple kills near Fountain, created some space for EG, and stopped that huge run that Panda Gaming had. So I think we have the interview that we want, so we're going to toss it down to Valen, who's on the floor with Ninja. Take away, Valen.
Thanks, guys. I got Ninja here with me after that close victory. So, Ninja, recent team change, my dude. Recent team change. And then coming into this LAN, obviously looking to get some good practice moving forward in some of these HCS sanctioned events. But I want to talk to you about that last series. Talk to me what's going through your mind, relatively freshly, early in the tournament. What's going on in the mind of EG?
We're just taking this as practice, definitely. So we're using this to work on our communication, making sure that, that's really our biggest issue. Sometimes we just get a little too hectic, and then we just start making really stupid, aggressive plays. And I think we did a really good job, besides, a couple of those last games, all day today, just working on that. I think we're definitely going to be ready for tomorrow.
For sure, and absolutely. So moving forward, obviously, in championship bracket, looking to kind of move... I guess the real question that I have for you is, we did make a short change in championship bracket compared to the rest of the tournament. We have the veto system, obviously, which you're familiar of, but we did recently just do a no radar exhibition, and we did it in the caster match as well. See, you got those eyebrows, so I got a good opinion from you now. But just kind of talk to me a little bit about what you saw, what you think, and if that might be a positive change moving forward.
I definitely think it would be a positive change. I mean, you understand, Halo 5 moves really fast, so it just opens up the movement speed. The movement speed is so fast that it really opens up a lot of sneaky plays when you're one shot. I mean, in Halo 5 right now, the way it is, when you sprint, you don't get your shields back. So, and obviously when you're sprinting, you're on radar. So there are some scenarios where it's like, you can't, there's literally no way you can get away. You're one shot, someone's, above you, and if there was no radar, you might be able to sprint, juke him. But if you sprint when there is radar and you're running away, not only does he know exactly where you're going, but you're just delaying your death. Like, you will die.
Absolutely. It's actually something we were talking about earlier in the tournament. Something I was talking to Walshy. I was saying, hey, you know, there's a lot of plays. We actually picked them out. We were casting over just the All-Star match, and we were like, hey, in this situation, this player might not have gotten away. It literally changes the whole dynamic of the game. So I know recently Spartan just released a video where he was talking about a lot of these changes, and I just wanted to kind of get your opinion on the video. I don't know if you watched it or not, but.
A little bit of it. Dude, Spartan's usually right about a lot of things when it comes to like the gameplay and how Halo 5, at least how Halo 5 should be played. He came into Halo, he's been playing since H3, but he got, became pro during like 4 and H2A, so he's really used to all these like these fast mechanics